Good morning. It's Margaret at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. And Alice is with me here today. No, Denise isn't here. It's spring break in Bloomington. And so when spring break is going on, both the university and the high schools, well, I should say all the school system here, they work on the same schedule. And so I use spring break, but it's also the local school system's spring break. So Denise is off culturing her children. She's been showing us pictures from different museums and art museums and science museums they've been going to up in Chicago. So they're having a wonderful time. And I know would say hello to all of you if she could, but she's not here today. So we have Alice decided that she was going to be kind to me and not leave me abandoned. I have a class today, and so the customers are going to have her lovely presence, and I will be teaching a class today. So we have so many exciting things to talk to you about, but we're going to start off with our giveaway. So for this morning, we are going to give away the Quite Contrary pattern, and this Quite Contrary pattern is wonderful to use with a panel. You do not have to use these colors, and you do not have to use this panel. They are suggestions, guys. I would love to see what creative use you do with this. So this is one of the giveaways, but we decided that since it's a Bernina day, you need a Bernina bag to go with your lovely pattern. So the pattern and the bag are going to be the giveaway. Now, what do you have to do to get this? What you need?
Kathy Neal knows.
Hi, Kathy. Hello, Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy might be here today. So you might get to see her today. And remind me to tell you why. Okay. So she's going to be stopping in today. Guess what else is going on today?
What?
Dave and Aaron are taking over a long arm over to our lovely customer, Miss Mary.
Yay.
So if you're watching Mary, they will be leaving after Facebook Live. I need Dave for the cameraman. So what do you have to do to get the Bernina bag and the wonderful Contrary pattern? Well, what you need to do is you need to go and look at the way your Facebook's set up, and you should see on the bottom a place where it says share. Hit the share button. It will allow you to share to your feed. What that means is that the people who watch what you're doing, family and friends, will get to see our video playing there, and if they want to, they can click on it. You know, the wonderful thing about Facebook is you don't have to click on it if you don't want to. You can scroll right past. But we hope they will click on it and that they will see that we're a Bloomington quilt store with apparel fabric. I really think of us more as a fabric store. I don't think of us as much as a quilt store.
Right.
And what we do here is about all kinds of sewing.
Yes.
And so we want to let people know about us. And you guys have been amazing. You've done that. You've gone in there and you've hit that share button on your Facebook feed. And then to win the prize, what's the last step? Do you remember?
Well, I share.
But after you share, what do you do?
You tell us about it.
Yes.
You say, I shared.
That's what you do. And then what we do, it wasn't a trick question. I promise I wasn't trying to trick you. So I know you guys always think I'm trying to trick them. I don't. I just ask real questions. So once you've shared and you tell us in the comments, say shared, we will know to put you in the drawing. Everybody's name goes in the drawing. We pick one of you out and you win. And it doesn't matter if you're in Bloomington or if you are in Seattle or if you're in... Here we go. Dave was chubby fingering the camera today. Can you see? Are we back on air?
Okay.
Yippee. Okay, we're back. So when you share, your name gets put into that drawing. We pick one of you out, and then we contact you via direct messaging. And you can give us your address if we don't have it already. And then what we do is we just go ahead and send you your lovely prize. If you haven't done it and you want to be on our email list, it's really easy to do. Either you can go online and sign up there at our website at universityofsewing.com, or just send us a direct message and say, hey, Margaret, I'm not getting your emails. I'd like to. This is my email address. And just send it as a direct message to the University of Sewing. We will get that, and we'll make sure that you are on there. And I'm trying to knock over things. You know, when I was growing up, I got to talk to lots of Italians. And they taught me how to do this. I grew up around a lot of Italians. Pittsburgh was the wonderful quintessential melting pot for Europeans. There were Polish people, and there were Italians, and there were Russians, and there were people from Yugoslavia, and there was all these wonderful ethnic groups there.
Oh, cool.
And I was very lucky. My dad was a really social person, and he would take us to these wonderful Italian restaurants, and I'd get to meet the owners, and I'd get to have amazing food. And you know what? I'll tell you what. To this day, I love amazing food. Okay, so let's not talk anymore, but I was telling you where my hand thing came from. I got it legitimately, okay? So, now, what I want, do you see this beautiful bag that's sitting here? Do you own a Bernina sewing machine? I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're either an owner, or what you are is you're a hopeful owner. So we're going to tell you about some really cool things today. So if you are in either of those camps, one, if you own a Bernina sewing machine and you have an embroidery unit, we have an amazing class coming up for you, and there's only a few spots left. So Venitta McCall is coming to Bloomington. Venitta lives around the Richmond, not Indiana, but Richmond, Virginia area. And Venitta is just absolutely one of the most darling people. She is very funny. She's really accomplished. She's a Bernina educator. And we've had her here now a couple of years in a row. But this year, we're bringing her in and as her capacity as an embroidery expert. So she and Alice have come up with this wonderful class. We are going to use the Canyon bird fabric. We are going to go ahead and make this gorgeous tote bag. And this tote bag is incorporating multiple things for you to learn how to do. One of them is this gorgeous tiling work. This is a method where what you do is you take and embroider an entire piece of fabric from edge to edge, basically. And then it gets sewn into this gorgeous design. These, I think, are 4 inches square, aren't they?
5
inches square. Okay, 5 inches square. So you get a 10-inch square finished off. You have a beautiful little flange here. Then look at around the outside edge. This is all done with machine quilting with your embroidery unit. So also what's inside here, which is really quite fun. We're going to have to work on this.
A pocket.
We've got a pocket in here, and you are going to be able to write in the pocket whatever little saying you'd like.
Actually, no. It's going to be that.
It's going to be that. Made by me. Okay. All right.
Because this is our pattern. This is nobody's pattern but ours.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So that is going to be what you're going to get to write in there. And then this bag is really nice. Look how it's squared off. It's lined. And you're going to go home with a bag. How cool is that?
Yep.
Now, you know, I will tell you, some of us sew faster than others. Whenever I go to these classes, I never really finish anything. I'm terrible. I'm more of a visitor. I like to visit, and I like to go to the classes, and I learn everything, and sometimes I don't get the thing finished. But this last part of this is really pretty simple.
It is.
It's just putting in a lining and finishing it up. So what I think that might be nice for the visitors who like to come to these classes is maybe if we have the finishing directions.
Oh, we will. And Venitta and I have been working hard on this to make sure we get A, B, and C done. If you don't get D done, it's okay. We can meet back and, have an open sewing time or getting it done. It went together a lot faster. I'm not a super duper quilter. So quilting, this is all done on the embroidery machine. all the quilting is done
Right.
just on the embroidery machine. No stabilizer, just embroidered. And I kind of freaked out and said, Venitta, you know, because this is new to me even. So I'm learning quickly. And it was a lot simpler than I thought. She's like, no, just do this. And I was like, really? I even tried to argue with her and it didn't work. So I did it and it was perfect. And yes, and so it just worked. Once you get the back done, it goes together
It is
really
so
fast.
beautiful, and it just looks so pretty.
And tiling scenes are fun. I'm hooked.
Okay, so once you learn how to do the tiling scenes in this class, is this something that they can take later and go back onto like OESD's site and go to some of those other tiling scenes? Do they just download them and then they can do them?
Yes, OESD has a whole bunch. They're kind of, they're really good at it. But you know what's really exciting about this class? You get the entire collection. This collection is called Modern Petals Tiling Scene. You're going to get a USB stick with the whole collection on it.
That's wonderful.
So you can do the whole thing yourself.
And you can do it at home after the class, and you'll have those designs. So everybody, if you have an embroidery machine, and now it has to be a Bernina embroidery machine, and it has to be, it's Bernina. That's what we're here about today. And so this is all about Bernina stuff. So if you've got, can they do it if they have a 535? A small embroidery machine?
We have to know about it like today if you're going to do it. Because Venitta is making sure that we have the correct sizes and the correct hoops for everything.
Okay, because right now everyone who's signed up has got a 7 series.
7 series, yeah.
So
7 or 8, so yeah.
So that's okay. Yes, a 7 or an 8. They have the bigger machines. So if you do own a smaller machine and you want to do this class, you can do it. But let us know that you're going to be coming to this so we can make sure that we get everything set up for you also. But this is a wonderful way to spend 2 days. This happens on the 30th and 31st of March. So it's coming up quick. So if you haven't signed up for this yet, you were wondering, what are we going to do? All that kind of thing, because we need to get this picture up right away so people can see what the project is.
You'll learn about the tiling scenes, the quilting in the hoop, the handles. This is supposed to be actually more like a quilt label.
It sure looks like you could do just...
Well, it's supposed to have a border, but when someone says, oh, the machine stopped, it's done, and they just take it out and they forget to embroider the border.
Can you embroider a border if you're in class?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're in class, you will embroider the border on it. But, do as I say, not as I do.
Well, there is always that. So really, guys, the basic, what this all boils down to is that we've only got a few spots left in this class. And if you want to be part of it, you need to sign up now. It is 2 days long. You are going to get your lunch with this program. You are going to get all of the thread you need. You're going to get all the fabric. You're going to get the embroidery designs. So basically what you're bringing is you and your sewing machine and your embroidery stuff. So it's going to be really great. When we do these events, everybody has a really great time. We do some door prizes. We have some specials. There's just a lot of fun to be had. And I hear lots of giggling.
Yes.
I never get to take the classes. When she's doing one of these classes and helping Venitta, I have to be out here helping the customers, and I never get to go. So one of these days, I'm going to get to go. So we're going to have that happen one of these days. So if you have not signed up, please go on to universityofsewing.com and put in the word Venitta, Venitta, and you will come up with her class like that. Just like that, I swear. Just put in her name and the class just pops right up. You can sign up today and we will get you in there. The fact of the matter is, that you love your embroidery machine, but you just have not done as many things as you thought with all this edge-to-edge quilting and this gorgeous tiling work. Have you done that? Really? Maybe you played with it for about 5 seconds. Let's do a class and really learn how to use it. It's so much more fun. Okay, so we got to get on to other things because we only have 15 more minutes before the shop opens.
I'll say hi to Denise. She can't stay away.
Hi, Denise. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? So, guess what's going on right now?
we've got a sale, a really good one.
A really good one. Are you one of the people watching that you keep on thinking you might want a Bernina? Well, I know you do want a Bernina. You wouldn't be watching if you weren't. So if you want a Bernina, or wait a minute, maybe you own a Bernina, but maybe it's time for a new Bernina. Do you know any shop that what they're doing is they're offering you the 20% Bernina sale, plus they'll give you a trade-in discount? Does anybody else do that? No, but we do. So if you haven't figured this out, if you haven't realized that that's going on, you can go right now online. You'll see the prices. Now, if it says it's out of stock, do not worry. Do not worry. All you have to do is click on the picture. It'll show you the sale price. And then you can call us up and say, Margaret, I would like to buy that machine, and I see it's out of stock. And you know what I say to you? It's on order, and it will be here soon. Because it is on order, and it will be here soon, but sometimes I can't keep up with you guys. So I just can't. So I want you to know that all the sewing machines that say Bernina on them, they have to say Bernina, are 20% off. Also, if you aren't aware of it, there is a wonderful deal right now on a select Bernette sewing machine. Now, what's going on with Bernina and Bernette is that each month Bernette is going, this year, each month there's going to be some amazingly special deal on a Bernette sewing machine. So this month, I'm going to bring you guys over here and show this little machine off. So this Bernette 77, it's called a B77. The normal price on this, do you know what the normal price is? Do you remember what it is, Alice?
I don't remember.
I don't blame you for not remembering, because you know what? After seeing this price, I wouldn't remember either.
Exactly.
This is actually 50% off.
Wow.
So this particular sale, 50% off. So that you can go ahead and purchase this. Instead of paying $19.99 for this machine, it is only $999. So it is under $1,000. Okay, it's
amazing.
only $1 under $1,000, but it's under $1,000.
And look at the features you
Yes.
get for it. Needle up and down, thread cutter. If you've never had a thread cutter, you get
You'll
used to
be
it.
very spoiled.
5 minutes, you're done.
This has a dual feed.
Oh,
It has dual feed.
wow.
So there is no machine that Bernina has other than this one at that price point that has dual feed.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
You got everything you need.
You have the screen that just looks like a typical Bernina screen. We've shown them to you a million times. You know, it's just going to have your tension, how hard it's pressing down on your fabric. For this price point, have all these different things in it is shocking.
Mm-hmm.
The manual is in there. So it's got the computer, the manual's in it. It's a really fantastic buy. It is a great machine for you to think about for maybe those retreats. Now, it is a top-loading bobbin, and if you're not familiar with them, they might take a few minutes to get used to, but at this price and at this deal, didn't you want a lighter weight machine to take with you on your retreats and your classes? This would be a really good machine to do those things.
And we can ship.
And we can ship it. Now, the shipping charges on any sewing machine are something we do individually. So, for instance, if I'm shipping it to Florida or I'm shipping it to Alaska, those have very different price points. And what we want to do is be fair. So we only charge you what is the fair amount for those places going to that. So just so you're aware of that. Okay, guys, let's go back and let's talk about a couple of other things that are going on here right now. So we're going to back up, Dave. You're going to have to back up a little bit more because I'm going to show up some really pretty sewing machines. So we have the two Kate machines still available. We have one 770 from what I understand when this one's gone. Bye-bye, no more. And then we have the gorgeous little turquoise machine. Again, another really neat machine. If you already own a 790 or an 880, this machine might be just what you're looking for. Instead of having the wide feed dog system that you're used to, this has a narrower feed dog system, which might be really beneficial, especially if what you're doing is something like miniature, small piecing blocks. It is awfully nice to have those closer feed dogs. So I just want to point that out to you. I also want to have you know that there is some amazing 735s out here on the floor, and these are really wonderful, very cool. This is your big machine with the wide throat, but the narrow feed dog system. This is the one I have at home. I have actually two machines. I have the 735 and I have an 880. So when I want to do great big gorgeous decorative stitches, my 880 is just right there for me. You know what? On both of these machines, I can take my embroidery unit and swap it out of either machine. So you can do that on both machines. So that is really nice. But I want to make sure that you really understand what's included in this 20% off sale. These gorgeous long arms, both the sit down and the frame editions, are both available. It is so amazing, the price points now. Did you know that you can get this folding sit down unit? It's $63.99. Unbelievable, the price on this. If you are interested in doing some quilting, you really enjoy it, you want the bigger space, this price point, you cannot match it anywhere else. It is amazing. But let's not forget about the studio frame. The studio frame is also at 20% off. So this machine also has an amazing price point with the Q16 Plus and the studio frame set at about 10 feet. You can get this for $11,499. You say to me, well, Margaret, I already have a sit-down unit and I want to go to a frame. I will trade your cabinet in and get you a studio frame or a pro frame, whichever one you want, and we will give you a trade-in for that cabinet that you have. So if you're an owner already of a Q20 and you have it on a table, we can trade that in. That's what our dear friend Mary did for hers so that she can get what she wants. So let's go over just real quick and point out one last thing. Don't forget about the Pro Frame. The Pro Frame is the bigger frame. If you've thought what you want is the queen of the long arms, and she is definitely the queen. There is nothing better that you can do is get a long arm, a Q24 with a Pro Frame. There's 3 different sizes it comes into. It comes in a 9-foot. It comes in a 11, let's see, no, I'm lying. It comes in a 9-foot, it comes in a 12-foot, and it comes in a 13-foot. So if you want to come by, see it in person, see what kind of space it takes up, we will happily show you all of the information about that and get you going. These are all on sale. The only thing that's not on sale is the Q-matic. So the frames and the heads are all on sale. And if you've looked into this a little bit, you probably know what I'm talking about. And if you're not sure, and you want to find out exactly what's going on with these, the best way to do that is to come in and visit with us in person, because we can explain it to you and we can do it in a way that's not pushy. I don't like pushy salesmen. None of us are pushy salespeople here. We want you to have the information for you to make the best decision for you. So if you're looking for a sewing machine right now, you're looking for a long arm. Oh, and don't forget the sergers. I couldn't show you the serger right now. You know why I couldn't show them the serger?
It's ready for class.
No, it isn't. It's upstairs with Doria. Doria she is getting a lesson on demonstrating the L8 series of these. And you guys saw Doria here the last couple of weeks. She's that beautiful little brunette that we've just brought in here. Very cute girl. And she is learning all about these L890s. And Pam Mashie is the person teaching her. So we know she'll come out of this with tons of information and feeling really confident about that. So she's going to be helping with that. So our sergers are also 20% off. So if you've been debating on a serger, right now is a great time to get a serger. So if you're thinking about all those, all the sales prices are on the universitysewing.com. And Alice, why don't you hand me our giveaway for today so I can remind people about that? Okay, so today what we're giving away is we're giving the Quite Contrary pattern. This is a $12 value, and this beautiful bag, which we are giving away, it is normally $7. You'd have to come in and get it. So we have these wonderful bag and this wonderful pattern. You're going to get the both of them, and we will ship this to wherever you are, but you have to play the game. The game is that you go online to your Facebook feed, you hit share, and then what you do is you put down in the comments that you did share it.
Like Tony just did.
Thank you, Tony. She's always so sweet. We miss you. I hope you're doing well. So, all right, everybody. This is it, and we are going to end up our day here. We are actually going to finish a couple minutes early. I know it doesn't happen very often, but we've got lots going on, especially me teaching a class this morning. It starts at 10:30, so I need to get my body going towards that. I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Friday. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Facebook Live.